Recovery is stupendous.
Achievable.
Hope.
Freedom.
Empowering.
It's unique to everyone.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Getting a new lease on life.
It's finding restoration after you fall down.
Recovery is having the freedom to enjoy life.
For me, it was finding a way to really love myself.
My recovery is possible in part because of my own sense of purpose.
Welcome to Montana's Peer Network Recovery Talks podcast. I'm Jim Haney.
And I'm Leah Wetzel.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Recovery Talks from Montana's Peer Network. How's it going, Leah?
It's going good, Jim. Just, really getting ready for our NPN conference and trying to get things scheduled and ready to go. Really excited about a lot of that. I'm grateful that we're able to do this year.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do the conference, everybody get our members together. I mean, this has been a big event for the organization, for our members each year for a long time. I mean, it goes back really, almost to the beginning, not quite. I don't think we did it the first couple of years, but we really had a lot of momentum. And then of course, COVID hit the world, and it kind of stopped everything in terms of getting together and having big events. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that COVID is fading away and we can get together. The first year, 2020, we had to cancel it, and we ended up doing a 30 events in 30 days. We did every day at MPN, we had a different training or presentation for the whole month.
Ooh.
And it was all virtual, of course, but I think afterwards we all said, we're never doing that again. we're never doing that again. It was a lot of coordination. It was a lot of work every day.
I bet.
Each one of the staff sort of grabbed a event or a training or presentation, and we did it the whole month of September. And by the end, we were all just seeing cross. I mean, we were just,
seeing double.
It was too much. It was too much. But I remember, we had so I think it would have been like October or whatever. So we had our monthly call with SAMHSA, and SAMHSA was like, "Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I don't think anyone else ever did that." They made like this big deal about it. And I was just thinking, man, we are not doing that again. And then in 2021, we had the conference planned, and COVID was fading out, and they let the rules loosened up, and you could get together in groups again. And then it was like August, like the beginning of August or something. And then Helena had a big spike in cases, like it went from, 50 cases to 1,000 cases, like in a few days, like, and then
Right.
They put all these rules into place, and they said, no groups over 50 again. And so we had to make the call. This was last year. We had to make the call, and we had to cancel it. So it's literally been 2 years since we've had our last conference, So yeah, I'm super grateful to, we're in a position now and to be able to do the conference September 10th in Helena. It's at the Great Northern, the Best Western, real nice hotel. We've done it there before. And of course, if you're an MPN member, it's free.
Right.
And I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait for it. It's exciting. It's a great event, and it's great to see everybody, and it'll be great getting everybody together.
Right. I'm I'm very excited. I'm thrilled about this. Just listening to you talking about a little bit of the history of MPN and conferences, and it really made me think, MPN's always been pretty ahead of the game as far as technology online. And it's like COVID brought out this whole other side in other organizations
Yeah.
and individuals doing this work. But I've seen
Yeah.
other places do that as the marketing strategy, 30 and 30, or
Hmm.
or like, who was it, Native Wellness Institute, they did through COVID, they did, I think the first year one, they did a out power hour every day.
Mm.
Then going into the second, they did it once a week,
Mm.
but they had a crew of people.
You have to.
I mean, Theda Newbreast, she kind of was the head main person,
Hmm.
and she continues to be now.
Hmm.
But their videos on YouTube and Facebook Lives, like that shot
Yeah.
up huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you definitely need a crew because it really does take a commitment if you're going to do some sort of virtual thing. But there's nothing like getting together. I mean, you're going to experience this, Leah. I mean, there's going to be a moment at the conference, and it's different for everybody, but you're going to kind of look around and just feel the energy of recovery, this positive energy. We're all in the same room. We're all together. And you'll look around and everybody's smiling and laughing, and there's just this great energy that happens. And the networking, people who you only get to maybe talk to or you email with, they're in person. So it's a place where you start meeting people maybe in person for the first time. You've communicated with them, but it's really it's just that can't be reproduced virtually. You know, you can't produce that virtually, not to that level. It's the human connection that happens at the conference. Plus, our conference is really about it's really a celebration is what it is of recovery. And so we do we do these raffles. We do them in the morning, we do them at lunch during the luncheon part, and we do them in the afternoon, and we give stuff away. And we have, like this year we're going to do some kind of trivia thing. And we do big gifts. I mean, we've done like Apple Watches and
Wow.
MP3 players we've done, and we do like remote, those like Bluetooth speakers. And I mean, there's pretty significant gifts that we do throughout the day. And then there's all these workshops, and you're doing a couple workshops throughout the day. You want to talk about that?
Sure. So yes, you and I have talked about the MPN conference, quite a bit. And I'm very excited. This would be my first one I'm actually at. And at the first one, I'll be going all out. I'll be offering a couple of workshops.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be offering, so we during our strategic planning, we put in a tribal relations initiative to get all the tribal territories here in our state um, a voice representation within a subcommittee with MPN.
Mm-hmm.
And so through that, I'm going to have Calvin Gahn, very well known in Indian Territory, very well known on the Powwow Trail,
Mm-hmm.
all over the country. He's going to be starting us off with some music,
Nice.
some of his grandpa, his drum. I'm sure he'll be bringing his hand drum though. And so he's got a beautiful voice.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to share a little bit. And then I'm going to be sharing some of, the objectives within the reason why culture within the Indigenous First Nations folks is so important. You know,
Mhm.
culture is prevention.
Mhm.
And I first heard that from White Bison. And, you know, culture is prevention. And it's been prevention for me. You know, the treatment court I was in,
Mhm.
you know, they showed us a lot of different, they helped us reconnect. And so just going over the importance of that, and I don't want to give away too much, but a
Right,
little bit
right,
of
right.
that, a little bit of that cultural humility framework. And,
Yeah,
you know, we're going to have a little activity. It's going to be fun.
nice. That's great.
And
That's great.
yeah,
And then you're doing a second, you actually have two different workshops you're a part of. What's the other one?
yep. And so the next one will be the criminal justice peer support subcommittee. And with that, I'll be getting a little bit of help with our new assistant director, Mandy Nunes. She's thinking about joining the criminal justice subcommittee, and she's got lived experience. And you know, she too went through treatment court. Her story is hers. We got to
Mm-hmm.
hear a little bit about that last week for our listeners. Check
Mm-hmm.
out Mandy's podcast. And then
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have Roanna Gets Done Often from our Heart and Drop-In Center. And we're gonna share, some of our subcommittee members couldn't be there due to, you know, time, you know,
Sure.
scheduling.
Schedule stuff. Yeah, yeah.
And so we're gonna do a little acknowledgement of the whole subcommittee, share little bit about what MPN's been doing within that area, and some of our new developments that are going to be coming out here shortly. Like we got a criminal justice series, and amongst treatment court support for peer supporters training. And again, I don't want to give away too much, but
Mm-hmm.
it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be a lot of good information. We're going to have open mic for others that have been through similar experiences to share, and those that
Nice.
are in the field of peer support that are doing criminal justice work. We want to hear from them,
Yeah.
and possibly get some, same with the tribal relations,
Mm-hmm.
the criminal justice. We want to get more folks,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where there's power in numbers. So we want to get more folks on the subcommittees.
Cool. Wow, that's great. That's great. And then we're gonna have so that's two of the workshops. There's 9 workshops throughout the day, and one of them is Sober Life. They're coming from Great Falls, and they're going to do a workshop
That's
and talk
right.
about, yeah, talk about what they got going on. Thomas is coming, and I'm sure he'll bring some folks. And you know, they're full of energy and positivity, and they're always doing these different events and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think it'll be great to expose our members to them and what they're all about. Because I think a lot of people, if you're outside Great Falls, I'm not sure you know. I'm not sure if our members know who that is and what they do. So
Yeah, and check out Thomas. We have him on one of our podcasts, and then I interviewed Dean Snow.
nice.
I'm definitely supportive and very passionate about the rise of the sober life. Um,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
able to, you know, be on their leadership committee. We
Hmm.
threw all kinds of events, how I got connected with MMIP, and
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
so I'm really excited for them to come in and have a voice there.
yeah. It's great. And then the other guest we have is Union Gospel Mission. They're coming to talk about their drop-in center and the TSOS program and how unique it is. I will never forget the first time Bill and I went out there. We drove out to Missoula and we drove out to the site, and we thought we were at the wrong place. You know, we thought we were pulling up to the KOA or something, you know. It was so different, you know, in our minds. We thought drop-in center. So we had this image, and they're just, what they're doing is really exciting. They're making a real difference in Missoula. And so they're another guest. They're going to be doing a workshop talking about their drop-in center model.
That's great.
And yeah, yeah, super excited. I don't know. I'm not sure who's coming. April, Jessica, you know, I'm not sure who from their staff just yet, but that's awesome.
Right.
And and then Then we have, I know Nikki's doing a Heart of Recovery, like art, like it's a play on the word art, heart. And she's doing an art class, like an art class. I know she's going to do some sort of painting or something in her class. She's kind of keeping it under wraps. So I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but that's really cool. You know, we always try to have some, at least one along those lines. And I can remember going back 6 or 7 years, I think we had an art, some kind of art class that was going on. And so that's always really popular with people. Beth's going to be talking about the family support division and the work around having family supporters in Montana, and what that looks like, and why we need support for family members of those with a diagnosis, and why that's so important. And other states have it, you know, other states have that in place, and how come we don't have that in Montana?
Right. I'm excited about that. And excited
Yeah,
about Nikki's too. Art therapies very
yeah,
helpful for trauma, people that
yeah,
have gone through
yes,
trauma.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And then the board of directors, they have a workshop. They always have a workshop, talk about the organization and interact with members to see if people are interested in getting on committees, or actually on the board itself. And so the board has a workshop that they'll be doing. And then I'm doing peer advocacy and leadership workshop. So we have the PAL series, six trainings, and this is, you know, going to be just an overview, but talking about peer advocacy and what are the big issues right now, and trying to rally the troops, so to speak, you know, to get on board with issues like criminal justice, you know, reform and family peer support. And so that'll be really cool to do that. And then the last workshop is for our paid members. So we have free membership. We have like 1,650 some free members, people in recovery. But then there's a workshop specifically designed for members who pay a fee, and they get it. There's an extra workshop that's exclusive to them as a certified peer support specialist. And so Bill is running that one. Bill is, and that one, I'm pretty sure he's focusing on mentoring, mentoring of the peer supporters.
Okay, good. I'm I'm excited for this whole
Yeah,
day of events. I really am.
it's real exciting, and it's a great lineup. It's very diverse with lots of stuff. And then, of course, sprinkled in, we have the raffle stuff. People always love the raffle things that we do. But then in the middle, we have the big luncheon portion. So we provide lunch, and this year we're doing wraps, like, you know, turkey wraps, ham wraps, you know, veggie wraps, those kinds of things. But during the luncheon part, we always have some sort of very interactive programming, and we also have the award ceremony. And the award ceremony is really the one that people get super excited about, can be emotional for people. That's where we give out annual awards. So our
Oh,
ally award, our peer supporter of the year award, you know, where we recognize people who've done good work. And so that's like, everybody gets fired up for that one. You know, that's a real special portion. And then we're doing some kind of, I don't want to give it away, but we're doing some sort of game trivia thing that we're going to do with everybody at the luncheon, and give away some more prizes, you know, and have some fun with that. So
that's great.
yeah,
I'm really excited to meet everybody and
yeah.
experience. I haven't experienced many recovery conferences. Just the main one in September of 2020. Who was that? I want to say NAMI or National Mental Health Association, something like that.
Mm.
but it was all virtual. Everything was virtual.
Right, right.
Since
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
really got to step into peer support and recovery, everything's
yeah,
been virtual.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting, and we have some special gifts for people too, because last year was our 10th anniversary, so we're a decade old, 10 years old, and so we bought special gifts for attendees for the 10-year thing, but then of course we didn't have the conference. So they're going to get it this year. So it's 10 plus 1, you know. So if you attend, you're going to get some special gift, that we had set up for last year. So that's exciting too, because it's a landmark moment for the organization, to be around a decade, and we're just normal people, with a diagnosis, people who are in recovery. And I mean, now we're 11 years and rolling. So it's exciting, and we need to celebrate that. We need to pause and reflect, and so we're going to do a little bit of that too. And but yeah, it's just, if you're listening to this and you're free on September 10th, come out to the recovery conference. It's really a good time. Plus, there's all the literature. We provide extensive handouts and literature, all kinds of things around recovery, the guides, brochures. We have tons of stuff. There's booths. Other organizations will have booths, so they'll have stuff too. We kind of go all out with the literature, because again, you're in person, so right, you show up to the conference, and and we have like tote bags and stuff, and people just load them up, like you can just load up the tote bags, because it's the one time we're all together, and you can get brochures. If you're a peer supporter, you can pick up handouts and stuff for your office to give to clients and peers, and it's just really a great opportunity. And for those of people who are listening, you get to meet Leah, you get to meet Jim, you get to meet Bill, you get to meet us in person. You may have only done podcasts with us or emails or phone calls. So that's pretty cool too, to meet our members and, get together for a day.
Yeah, I'm glad, come out to Helena. We'll be at the Best Western on Saturday the 10th, but I'm really glad that you're giving this conference, you're giving yourself some time to embrace and stop and pause and reflect on 10 whole years of
10 years
being an actual entity and a 501c3, and even the work you did before that. So that's exciting and emotional right there. I was getting a lump in my throat when you were talking about it. I probably made weird faces. I do when I'm like trying to hold stuff in, but I'm really, that's amazing. And I'm sure, majority of our listeners are peer support. We have a lot that aren't, but people that are in the work of behavioral health, they appreciate this work. They appreciate the developments,
No, it's a great time. I'm seeing the tickets come in. So if you're going to come to the conference, go on our website, register yourself, so we have a head count. And I was just entering in some of the tickets, and I'm seeing the names, I'm seeing people, and I'm like, all right, I can't wait to see this guy, or can't wait to see this woman, because it's been so long. It's been so long since we've been together in the same room. And, and again, it's just a big celebration. It's MPN's annual recovery conference, celebrating Recovery Month, celebrating a decade plus 1 for the organization, all these wonderful workshops and members. It's free. So September 10th, come on out and enjoy yourself and get involved. That's one of the big things, is we always need members to get involved. attending trainings and workshops and getting on committees and volunteering time and, promoting the message. So it's exciting, and we hope to see you all there.
Yeah, and if you're navigating through the website, go on, sign up as a free member, and then go back through, sign up for the conference. It's, again, free to all of our members.
Yeah.
If you need any support, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you.
For sure. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Recovery Talks, and hopefully we'll see you September 10th at the Recovery Conference. If not, each week we're on with another podcast and another topic. So thanks so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Recovery works and recovery is possible.
Recovery works and recovery is possible.
Recovery works, recovery is possible.
Recovery is possible.
Recovery works and recovery is possible.
Recovery works and recovery is possible.
Recovery works and recovery is possible.
Recovery is possible.